What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another Seeking Sister Wife video. But hey, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, every single person that is a member of Patreon, and every single person that is a subscriber. Now with that being said, let's get into this one.
It's the roller coaster.
Hey Jay, you packed up and ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're still both a little bit confused on where the conversation went to and what happened. We're second guessing what we said or didn't say and trying to figure out what our plan going forward is. It does make you question, is this the right decision? Is this what's best for our family? Because that's what we're basing the relationship on, is having that foundation to make the family stronger. So if you do have a child that's opposed to it, you do think about it.
I think, to be honest, if it's a no-brainer, if your child is uncomfortable with you being in a solid relationship, well, then you got to pick what's best for your family, what's best for your children. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you can go about the whole situation of explaining, obviously how it works. But the fact is that you've already been in one and it ended up with your wife leaving you, which is their mother. So at the end of the day, sometimes I feel like you kind of need to let bygones be bygones. And I think, to be honest, until the daughter matures to a certain age where she can be a bit more accepting, I would personally say, you know what, let me just put my own pride to the side. Because to be honest, when you have children, a part of being a parent is putting your pride to the side. A part of being a parent is sacrificing certain things for the greater good of you raising your child the best way possible, or your child doesn't necessarily dislike you. So for me personally, in this situation, I wouldn't necessarily, bringing another wife, knowing that my child is uncomfortable with it. And also at the same time, his current wife isn't even happy with the new wife they want to bring in anyway, because the new wife they want to bring in isn't exactly helpful. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't even know why it's even a conversation, but hey, some men out here are just desperate as hell. It's just disgusting.
With Jaden, I'll let her process and get to that point where she wants to discuss it more, but she knows that the door's open. And all right.
Bye, Dad.
Love you.
I feel bad for my dad, because I think he's trying to do what's best for him. I don't think he can really, I think he has a hard time portraying his emotions on other people. So I think it's going to be difficult for Jaden to talk, but I think they can do it.
Love you guys. Love you too. Bye-bye.
I don't think it's about your dad having difficulties with displaying emotions. I think it's about your dad wanting things to be his way, and that's it. It's just that simple, isn't it? A hungry dog. Yes, exactly. He's a hungry dog. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like squishy wife. Last night I had trouble sleeping in that bed. I was honestly tossing and turning all night. I came out and laid on the couch for a while, especially like not sleeping in our bed. We both had like rocky sleep, so at some point I went up to just go to the bathroom, get something to drink, and at that point Nick was up as well, so Nick and I met up for a little midnight rendezvous. Just Nick and myself in the bedroom. At the time April was still on the couch, so that would be weird. But that would be too weird for me. Like, that's where I draw the line. Like, I can't.
I don't know if they're updated or not. Sounds like it. It would be tough trying to satisfy my sex drive in the monogamous relationship. It's a lot of pressure to put on one individual. Polygamy is good for that, because then you can make sure that I can
yes, it is good for that, actually.
get that taken care of.
It's always and will only always be about his sex drive. It is never going to be about his feelings for his wives. He has no feelings for them at all, because all he ever talks about is about his sex drive. That is it. I've never heard him talk about anything that involves emotion. These women are fooling themselves. They're making a mock of themselves. Like, how many times does he tell you he loves you, but he genuinely means it? But at the same time, though, someone like Nick is the kind of person that can tell you that he loves you, and he can make you believe it, because he's that type of person. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, you just keep feeding his sex drive, and his freaking ego, too. The disgusting human being. Mm-hmm.
I have to climb over. I think that's the highest leg. I'm gonna make our legs go all the way up in our head. Wait, in our head. So first thing in the morning, Nick told me about being intimate with me and then being intimate with Jennifer, and that's not usual. People don't normally have multiple partners, and it's something I'm not necessarily used to, but I'm willing to adapt so that there is that comfortability around our sexuality with Nick, that our wants and needs are being met. I want to get one of those wedge pillows, rather.
That's for sex, isn't it?
Nick!
The wedge pillows are for sex.
I'm not gonna get one.
Nick. When is it ever about any one of you ladies? I wonder if he cleaned himself before he even went in and had another round with one of the other wives. That's what I want to know. Actually, no, I don't want to know. But that's something that I would want to know if I was one of the females. Are you clean? Did you clean yourself? Okay, cool. But either way, though, it's all about Nick. Nick, this. I'm going to have to adjust for Nick, this. Oh, dear Lord. When is there a point where you're going to adjust for yourself? That's what I want to know. Are you just leaving yourself? You're leaving your soul outside? Does that not come through the door with you? Are you just like, soul, just stay here and wait for me until I never come back? Or wait for me until I get used and abused and emotionally damaged? And hopefully you can help me at the time. Ah, oh, dear Lord. Anyway, yeah.
I'm also kind of trying to keep myself grounded a little bit in the event that things don't work out in the long term.
What you reading, Nikki?
Well, it's something called abiogenesis.
What's that?
Well, it's about life arising spontaneously on its own through natural undirected processes. You know, there's something called...
That's an interesting thing. I don't know. Overall, I would say that Danielle did really well this weekend, but there is a possibility that maybe Danielle isn't fully internalizing the magnitude of what we are asking of her. There's multiple people, there is the dynamic of possibly adding more, and I know she's extremely positive about it. My only red flag for her is that maybe she isn't fully thinking it through all the way yet.
It's one thing definitely to talk about something, and then a whole other thing to live through it too. It could be a potential red flag if she's not maybe verbalizing any current issues with anything.
Here, Danielle, come, we can, you know.
I mean, listen, I hope Danielle doesn't brainwash herself. Doesn't manipulate herself to think that this is the lifestyle that she wants or needs, because I don't think it is the one that she wants or needs. And I feel like this is going to mentally damage her a lot, to be honest with you, come in the long run, you know. And Nick isn't going to be there to pick up the pieces, and nor is April or Jenny. Oh, I think that's the other one's name. Yeah. This whole cult lifestyle, yes, I'm calling this a cult. It's messed up. Or this whole PIMP lifestyle. This mofo be a pimp himself. Huh? Anyway.
It's the last day of our trip. I'm feeling pretty good. My main takeaway from this weekend is just understanding that this is something that I am able to be comfortable with and able to relax into. We did discuss potentially bringing on another sister wife, but I am a bit hesitant because I just do love how we function and how we are. And sometimes it can be hard to envision that, you know, we could meet someone else that would be able to, you know, slide right in and just be able to kind of go with the flow of how we are. Oh, it was a good weekend, Danielle. Give me a hug. In a way, I almost get a little protective because I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, I don't want anything to potentially interfere with that. But obviously, they have great taste because look at me. So I'm willing to allow them to guide me and, you know, kind of see where things go from here.
I mean, listen, I like the fact that she's feeling herself. It's always a positive thing to feel yourself, but just calm down a little bit, okay, dearie? Calm down. But the other thing is always that with Danielle, and this is another reason why this lifestyle just isn't for, is because she wants them to guide her. Does she not realize that she also needs to have her say as well? Things that she's going to prefer, things that she's not going to prefer. If she's going in there hoping that they're gonna guide her, and she's hoping that she's gonna be okay with whatever they throw at her, well then that's stupid. Because what if they throw something at you that you don't want to be a part of, that you can't handle? Then what? Like, don't be so naive. Like, don't be so blind. Like, you've got to go in there and say, listen, obviously this is my first one, and obviously have the conversation like they have had of things to expect, and then feedback of those things to expect. She can't keep saying that I'm just gonna see how it goes, how it goes. This girl is in for one hell of a rude awakening to her mental health, shall I say. Because she's not setting any boundaries for herself in any kind of way. Not letting them know. Because she's that much in love with Nick. That's something that she says. But okay, buddy. Okay then. What love gotta do with it? Oh.
We all cried a lot. Yeah.
You guys cry a lot.
Sam and Samantha are very close to us. They're a very important part of our life, and we definitely value their opinion. Their opinion comes from a place of love and care.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have babies and then a wedding?
Yeah, that's the plan.
It's gonna be hard. I don't know, Danielle. I feel like it's a little too fast.
You know, when Danielle is saying something that is absolute BS, she shifts his eyes. Oh no, when she says something that she wants to work in her favor, she shifted her eyes. When she was talking about how her brother and his missus, how important their opinions are, that's just to her because she's trying to use them to make a point. So and so. It's better than mine, but that's something that I've noticed about her shifty eyes throughout the season. It's not the fact that she's lying or BS, it's because she's trying to instigate someone else to make a point for her. Better than mine though, but let's continue.
I have to wonder if he's doing this out of lust. Sometimes I wonder if she's truly happy or if she's just doing this because she wants to make her husband happy. Because I've never met her. Sometimes I have doubts. It's your guys' life, you know? I just don't want you guys to get on a burden here too, like give and take. Like, even when her and I were talking about the sister wife thing, like adding a third and why I wanted it and why she didn't want it, and like, does she wants it now? She understands my point of view better. Like, she's okay if God wants it. Now she's like open to it, I think, more so because she realizes why I wanted it. Like, you know, when I'm with Derek and it's not her turn, you know, then she's not alone. And so we always have somebody to support us. Jeez.
Roberta talked about getting a plane ticket at all?
When she's planning on coming or no? She wants to get her mom to her diabetes appointment, blood pressure appointment before she leaves. She said she's really just praying and hoping that before she has to leave that God will help her accomplish that. Definitely still feeling confident that Roberta's going to do all she's promised to all the family and to me. So yeah, I'm very confident she's coming.
From what you guys tell me, she's so close to her mom. I just sometimes wonder, like, is she going to be able to leave her mom?
It's hard, you know. It's hard.
I just have doubts, like, does she, it's a different world out here. Like, is she really committed to coming out here? I've never met Roberta, but I hope she's not using them, coming out here just for a green card. I do get concerns. Like, does she really want to come out here? Does she really love you guys? Like, I mean, yeah. I just hope for the best. That's all I can do. I just don't want you guys to get hurt. I think there's always fear of the unknown, you know, with anything you do in life. Like, if it's going to work out, and, you know, you have those doubts as humans.
For sure. I mean, it's a lot different in person. That's what I'm excited for, is you guys to finally meet her. And I think it would be wonderful for even all of us is if we have a baby right away.
Oh, geez, a baby right away. Wow. You're just all about that baby making, aren't you? Who's going to take care of all these babies? I really love Garrick and my sister, but I do hope that he takes care of all of them and others, and or one family, let alone having multiple families come together.
You know, it's been so long since we met for years, and it's like, is this actually finally happening, and she's actually going to be here? And part of me doesn't want to get, like, too excited. I think for me, I'm just really wanting to have that security of the plane ticket booked and that Bert's coming and that we're all on the same page. I'm just really nervous that she might have a hard time committing to coming and booking that ticket.
I definitely don't think Roberta is scamming us or doing anything like that. You know, she's the type of person where if she has $1 and she sees somebody on the corner of the street, she'll go over and give her last $1 to him. So, you know, just not her character.
She'll be here soon.
We hope.
I don't understand why Danielle's so delusional or desperate, or what's the right word? I'm not really too sure, but what's wrong with Danielle? She knows all of this doesn't make her happy. She knows all of this takes an emotional toll now. And she knows that all of this is not for her and it's just for waste man over here, Jarek. You know, we live a life where women for so long have fought for equality, fought for so many different rights. For women to be in a position where they are now, where they can be independent, have their own jobs with equal pay, or if not more pay than men. But yet we still somehow find these women who are more than happy to settle. Now, don't get me wrong, all those things that I said doesn't necessarily make a woman not want to settle for a guy, don't get it twisted. But we're finding women going on TV shows, getting into polygamous relationships with guys that they really don't want to share, but yet they portray the storyline that they do want to share, when that's far from the case. Or at least when it comes to Danielle anyway. This woman, there's something wrong with her. She needs to check up or something. Because this relationship ain't for her and this guy doesn't make her happy. I don't know why she's also hell-bent at sticking around with him no matter what. She should have left him by now. Not rocky science. He's not God. Jesus. He must have something on her or something to keep around. Probably got a sex tape or something like that. Who knows? She needs to bounce.
Yes, very much so. You told me not to eat a lot.
I went and got fresh salmon, some fresh broccoli.
But the real question is, can you cook?
Okay. I'm probably naive to think that this meal is going to just smooth everything over, but I'm definitely hoping that, you know, some good seafood and, you know, I cook with a lot of butter, so there's a lot of flavor. Like, I'm hoping that helps butter her up, you know?
Which part of broccoli do you prefer?
Doesn't matter. Like, no, not that. Definitely not that.
So catch me up. What you got going on in ATL? What you doing?
Some of everything.
Yeah. You single in Atlanta? You don't got anything going on in Atlanta? Like, you know what I
Yeah, you know, it's complicated.
Should I with the social media status? It's complicated.
It's complicated?
So should I not be concerned?
No, it's not. Nothing for you to be concerned about.
Nothing for me to be concerned.
Right.
Gotcha. Somebody else might be concerned.
There's always something.
Let's check on these potatoes one more time. No, but
Oh, good deflection.
like what? I wanted to really have this organic time with Janae and have this conversation with her at the end of the day after she's already had and what I hope to be an amazing time with me. I'm just gonna at this point rip the band-aid off and hope for the best. All right, so I'm gonna tell you something, right? Don't look all like that. So at that time we were talking, I don't know if you remember, but Taryn was who I had been with for a long time. I was kind of in and outs of a long-term relationship. She had moved out, and I was kind of doing my thing. I was ready to move you in right away.
Good boy.
So she kind of came back home. So
I heard.
so during that same time though, I met this other girl named India, and yeah, I kind of am married to both of them.
Hold on. Wait. What the hell does that even mean?
What it means is that he is still married. What it means is that he's married and he wants you to join the pack. Mr. Oh, I want to butter you up. I don't know why he does. I don't know why he isn't just upfront with India and just say, listen, man, I like to meet other women and I want to sleep with them. Whether or not they want to join the family, I still want to sleep with them. Keep him 100, bro.
Yeah, I kind of am married to both of them.
Hold on. Wait. What the hell does that even mean?
We're a polygamous family. And we're kind of in the process right now of looking to add a third wife to the family. And it's really wild for you out here to talk to me.
I'm not upset at him for telling me this way. No, yeah, I am. I'm upset. I feel like he was setting it up. Like, let me woo her, and then I can just spring this on her, and it'll soften the blow a little bit, as opposed to just.
What do you think of Janae? Talk to me.
I need to go to the bathroom.
That didn't go well. I had to drop the polygamous bomb on Janae. It didn't go so well. It kind of took me for a loop, and I wanted to drink right away.
I don't even know how I'm feeling. I'm a little confused. I don't know. I'm thrown off. I didn't need to come all the way here to be told this. It just feels like a joke almost. This is so crazy.
Talk to me. What are you thinking? Let me talk to me.
You could have told me this.
But if I'm being all the way honest, I feel like if we had this conversation on the phone, you might not be here.
If Marcus had told me this over the phone, I would not have come. It's just not fair to me. It's like a waste of my time. I have plenty of other things I could be doing. Then to fly all the way here for you to tell me, you know. Is this like a joke? Like, that's my first question. Is this a joke?
So look, it's not a joke. Like, I feel like a lot of people, the first time you hear it, first thing is like, absolutely not. But there are a lot of great things about this family dynamic.
Like?
Well, like, for example, multiple streams of income, a serious foundation for family. Our kids, it went for nothing. There's always a parent there.
I don't really, willingly share my man.
But you do. You don't willingly share.
You want me to sign up to share is what you're telling me.
Here's what I'm going to ask you. You're a smart woman, educated woman, right? To think outside the box for just a second. I don't think I'm winning the argument at all. I'm smart enough to know, though, that at this point she's still sitting here, so I haven't lost the argument.
So, had I not asked, what was your plan?
My plan was to tell you that anyway. I would be just now telling you once we're almost done eating.
But what's wrong with the, like wholesome, solid?
Monogamy.
Yeah,
Monogamy is wholesome. I'm happy, they're happy.
So if you're so happy, why am I here?
I think you'll make me more happy. I've always felt like you have a brilliant mind, the ability to accomplish and do anything, if you
only had somebody to really partner with you, a real life partner for real, that's on the ground like you are, what could we accomplish together?
I'm feeling irritated. Should have just been a conversation prior to me coming here. I think his lifestyle is crazy. It's just something about the sharing of a man that's just, it's weird to me. I'm sure you gotta get back home to your wives.
No, in fact, you know what they would tell me to do right
Shit, they probably said stay. Ooh.
Next time on...
You see, this is the type of energy that I would have expected from India, you know? Be like, you know, I'm out. I like this girl, and then she came through. She was like, listen, you should have told me this before I came here. I feel like I've been blindsided. You're trying to trick me. And you see him trying to butter her up and then trying to convince her about her personality and how that would fit the mix. Like, bro, you're disgusting, man. You're filthy. You're disappointing yourself. Indian tyrant, you know what? Don't even get me started. I just don't understand. I mean, you know, it's India's the one. More importantly, she's not built for this lifestyle. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me know what you're thinking down below, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace.